Friends, welcome to Book Day for Little Learners. Friends, today we're going to read This Little Trailblazer, A Girl Power Primer. It's by Joanne Aloud and Daniel Rude. Paving the way to a future that's bright, helping the world with their skills, smarts, and might. Little trailblazers cause great, big changes. You can be a trailblazer. This little trailblazer helped think of a way to do math with machines, called computers today, Ada Lovelace. Ada Lovelace wrote one of the first computer programs. The U.S. government later named a computer language Ada in her honor. This little trailblazer had the courage and skill to organize hospitals and care for the ill. Florence Nightingale. Florence Nightingale began the first professional school for nurses. She was nicknamed the Lady with the Lamp. She would go check on her patients at night and make sure they were okay. Coco Chanel. This little trailblazer became a millionaire by designing simpler clothes for women to wear. Coco Chanel disliked the tight dresses of the early 1900s. She created comfortable styles that women still love today. Rosa Parks. This little trailblazer caused a big fuss by not giving up her seat on the bus. Rosa Parks' bravery helped change an unfair rule that African Americans could not sit by Caucasians on the bus. Maria Tallchief. This little trailblazer practiced hard at the bar. In the Firebird Ballet, she soared like a star. Maria Tallchief was the first prima ballerina of the New York City Ballet and the first world-famous Native American ballerina. This little trailblazer could run, jump, and throw. When she hit the track, crowds cheered, "Go, Wilma, go!" This is Wilma Rudolph. Wilma Rudolph wore a leg brace as a girl, yet she became the first American to win 3 Olympic gold medals in track and field. This little trailblazer can settle a fight about whether a law is wrong or right. Sonia Sotomayor is the first Latina judge and third woman to serve on the Supreme Court of the United States. This little trailblazer marched to first grade and changed every school with each step she made. Ruby Bridges was the first African American child at her school and helped change things so kids of all colors now learn together. This little trailblazer designed a V-shaped wall carved with heroes' names that's beloved by all. Maya Lin is the architect and sculptor who created the popular Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. It is quite impressive, this architectural feat. This little trailblazer helps girls everywhere to be treated in ways that are kind and fair. Malala Yousafzai wants all children to be free to go to school. She is the youngest person to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Computers, lawmaking, designing, ballet. How will you change the world someday? So here's Joan of Arc. She was a teenage girl who led the French army to fight England in the 1400s. Elizabeth Cady Stanton was the first woman to run for Congress. Bessie Coleman was the first African-American woman to get a pilot's license to fly airplanes. Frida Kahlo was one of Mexico's great artists, and she's famous for painting pictures of herself. Lots of other things too, but she did do some self-portraits. Harriet Tubman was a former slave who led other slaves to freedom on the Underground Railroad. Elizabeth Blackwell. This doctor was the first woman in the U.S. to earn a medical degree. Lucille Ball was a superstar actress who was the first woman to run a major TV studio. Ella Fitzgerald was a jazz singer and the first African-American woman to win a Grammy Award. Juliette Gordon-Low began the first Girl Scout troop in the U.S. to teach girls leadership skills. Nellie Bly was one of the first undercover news reporters, and she wrote about poor people's problems. Indira Gandhi was the first female prime minister of India. Hillary Clinton was the first woman to run for president of the United States with a major political party. And look, there's a spot for you. What do you want to do to make a difference? I hope, my friend, that you enjoyed this story as much as I did. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. My subscribers come back every day to read a new story with me. I hope to see you tomorrow.